it going, guys? aRenG Life here, and today we are farming Jaden Yubel, who is back. And but yeah, so I didn't make a video on Yubel because it's pretty straightforward. It's like our third time getting Yubel, so I figured you don't need a farm video when you've seen the same thing like 3 or 4 times with no difference. But Jaden is back, and this is like our second time getting him, so I wanted to see if there would be anything different with this deck, but I really don't think there's anything different. So last time I only showed off one deck, Cloudians. So that was what I was using before. I have 2 different decks today that I can show off. One that I'm planning on using, one that is just another alternative, but whatever. Before we go ahead and do that, let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy and his rewards. The only new things he's bringing it's pretty much just Archfiend's Manifestation, which is kind of weird to think that this is a Jaden reward at all, because of the fact that it's like a Summon Skull thing, and Jaden does not run Summon Skull. So, fair enough. It's weird that he has it in general. I don't know. He's using that, and of course, legendary Maju Garzette, which is just a big, like, it's kind of like the Winged Dragon of Raw, but without being like an official god, but whatever. So that's pretty much the only new cards. The rest of them are all old cards that I have 19 times apparently. I swear, dude, I have 19 copies of this. So yeah, as you can see, I have all my copies of these cards. But yeah, so what I'm aiming for is that second, maybe third copy of Manifestation over here, and then a third copy of Garzette, and I think I will be done. But whatever, that's pretty much that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and show off one deck, and then I'll show you guys the one I'm actually using. Okay. And this is deck number 1. Basically, it's an Unhappy Girl Winged Dragon of Raw farm deck. So if you have the option of using this, you can do it. I would highly recommend using the deck I'm going to be using today. You guys probably already know because of the thumbnail or something. I don't know. You might already know. But this is something I recommend if you have it, and if you just don't have the cards for the other deck that I'm going to show you, then I can recommend this. It's not as consistent because there are times that you just do not start with the Unhappy Girl or start with the Spirit Barrier and you're completely screwed. I do guarantee that. Like, he will pull off like 2-3 fusions in one turn, hit you for like 5k, and you're screwed. So in like 6 attempts with this farm, it's worked 4 times. So I don't know, but the only 2 times I lost was because I could not draw Spirit Barrier. So I don't know if that has anything to say about it. So yeah, but basically we got 3 copies of the Unhappy Girl, 3 copies of Ladybug, and 3 copies of Raimei. This is your monster lineup. Raimei is awesome because she can pretty much search anything. She can pretty much search literally anything, and I like going for a Golden Ladybug when you don't already have Unhappy Girl. If you don't have this, then search an Unhappy Girl. If you already have one Unhappy Girl, just search them Ladybugs and get them heals. This deck is crazy because you can get your life points like insanely high, because you also run 2 copies of Solemn Wishes. So yeah, that could be pretty good. We're using this for draw power, but you can replace that with the Jar of Greed if you really want, and you can add another one pretty much. But yeah, since I already have 1 Jar of Greed in here, I also have 3 copies of Good Goblin Housekeeping. Once again, this is just draw power. You can run any draw power you want. But that is this deck. Let's go ahead and show off the next one. Alright, and this is the deck we're going to be using today. It is a standard Yubel farm deck, and honestly, I recommend this deck over any other because we're literally in the Yubel like phase. This is the easiest time that you can get Yubel cards. You can literally just farm Yubel and get the Yubel cards, or buy them from the shop. You can get an extra copy of Terra Incarnate, or Ultimate Nightmare, and Terra Incarnate. So you should be fine. And these you can get, I know you have 1 guaranteed by unlocking Yubel, and then you have the others that you can farm off of Yubel. So if you don't have the cards that you've already farmed, then I would recommend using the Unhappy Girl farm. But if you already have like all 3 of these guys, then you should be fine. Basically, you do need Montage Dragon. This is a level 30 charge reward, so there's also that. Fire King Avatar Yaksha is just really good for destruction. You destroy your own Yubel in the hand, and you can do things. You run 3 copies of Planet Pathfinder, also destroys Yubel. Now, another thing about this deck is I highly recommend having some glossy points. Like, you kind of want to go for the glossies, so if you want to max out on your Yakshas or on these guys with them being glossy, that can be pretty good. Or just having at least 1 of each of these guys as a glossy, that also helps out tremendously. It helps out a lot. believe it or not. Or even just your Fire King Islands. I don't have any glossy Fire King Islands, and that was holding me back for the longest time. But yeah, I finally did get another glossy Yubel Terra Incarnate, and that is what pushes this deck over 8,000. But the other deck can get you 9,000 plus sometimes. So it's up to you. It depends on how you like it, but this deck is pretty straightforward. You pretty much win every time. There's really no way for them to shut you down. Even if they destroy your Fire King Island, you're still going to have a big boy and they're not touching it. And then you'll just destroy another Yubel and then go for another Terra Incarnate. But whatever. That's pretty much the deck. It uses the My Name is Yubel skill with Yubel, of course. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Let's show this guy who's boss. Alright. So, it is time to fight Jaden. We're using Yubel, and this is level 40. So, yeah, this should be interesting. So, I'm going second right now, and that's pretty good. So, let's see what our opening hand is. Already a pretty playable hand. What I'm saying is this deck is really... You have like 9 trigger cards that'll trigger Yubel. So, it's super easy to get exactly what you need on the opening turn. So, we're going to use our skill, put back Terra Incarnate, just because why not? Now we have all of our Yubels in our opening hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon this Planet Pathfinder. It's a glossy, so that's cool. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because you're probably going to be summoning them all later on either way. So, we're adding Fire King Island. We're going to go activate this right now. And what I like about this farm is that it kind of disregards Jaden's skill, which is super annoying. But yeah, Jaden has a really annoying skill that, like, he constantly swarms the board with, what are they called? With Neospatians. And that's just super annoying because sometimes he comes out with these, what is it? Hummingbird and all these other weird ones. So yeah, I'm going to summon the Glossy right now because Glossy points matter in this deck. So let's get that Terra Incarnate out here, and I think we're pretty much all set. Let's go ahead and end. And we're pretty much good now. He can summon whatever he wants. He's actually tributing for Neos. That's fine. So here's the thing. He's going to do everything he can. Righteous Justice pops my thing. He's actually playing fairly aggressive, but we're going to go ahead and pull out our Terra Incarnate from the deck. I'm going to go for the Glossy, of course. So there you go. Now that we have Terra Incarnate, or Ultimate Nightmare, I mean. Now that this thing's here, it's fine. We'll find a way to destroy another Yubel, which is super easy because I have Planet Pathfinder. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Use this bad boy again. And it's literally rinse, repeat. We're doing the same exact thing as before, but we just had to add another Fire King Island. He only has 1 destruction card, I believe, in the whole deck, so we don't have to worry about anything too crazy now. So let's go ahead and use this destruction. Let's go ahead and destroy. I guess I'm going to hit one of my Yubels, because that's kind of what I need to do. We're going to add this guy and effect. So yeah, that's fine. So let's thin out the deck. Let's make this go by even quicker. So, bam. This is pretty much what the deck has become, to be honest. And now I'm going to summon for Glossy points. Or, no, I can't actually. Alright, so fair enough, dude. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and end. Blows everything up. We're fine. I forgot I actually summoned the Nut Card Trooper. What's his name, dude? The Field Spell Searcher. So he's gonna go ahead and use something. That's fine. I don't really care when he goes for those fusions. And the more things he banishes, the better. I don't really mind. This is annoying. I hate it when he has Hummingbird because he gets his life points so freaking high, and that's not cool. So let's go ahead and summon this bad boy. Get him out here. As long as he doesn't have over 10k, we're fine. Like, seriously. As long as he doesn't have 10k, we're good. So now that that's a thing, let's go ahead and use our Fire King Island again, I guess. So, another thing you can probably do right now that could be really annoying is you can hit me with a Glow Moss. If he actually does pull that off, that'll just be annoying. That is like a one rare instance with where this deck can fall. If he goes for a Glow Moss when you're on 1 card left, you will probably like deck out on your next turn, which is just super annoying. So right now that you need to have 3 copies of this just for the fact that you can do this. You need to be able to set another one or summon or play or whatever. So now we activate our Terra Incarnate. You're summoning the one from the grave. Don't use the ones from the hand. You need those. So we're gonna recover our boy right now. Now we're gonna go ahead and use our montage. Montage, get on out here, discard the level 12, 11, and the 12 to get over 10k attack. This is why we need him to have less than 10k, because I'm telling you, those annoying hummingbirds can just be, they're a problem. But whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and give this thing to him. Battle, and just game, super easy. One hit wonder right here. Alright, not bad. So let's go ahead and check on that score, which should be about 8,100. So yeah. Shut up, Jaden. It ain't time for no sentimental talk. Alright, so let's see what we got. 8,600 on this one. Dude, I apparently did a lot better on this one, which is pretty cool. Normally I get about 8,100, which is abnormal, but this time, hey, we did alright. It's probably because what made a difference? Oh, because no damage, I guess? I don't know what made the difference this time, but yeah, as you can see, that the farm is super easy. Yubel is just, it's just too good for farming, and I highly recommend it because of the fact that he's just, it's the time to get Yubel. So if you don't have Yubel, I highly recommend you farm for Yubel cards, and then you can try this out. Remember, glossies do matter, so that's another thing. But whatever, that's pretty much that. Let me know if you guys found the decks useful. If you used Unhappy Girl or Yubel, let me know in the comments below. Also leave likes and stuff. That helps out the channel a lot. But whatever. I'm going to keep trying to get that Summon Skull Fusion, but whatever, that's pretty much that. And if you guys enjoyed, go and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more dueling shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you.